Every time. How are you in this every time? Alright, I'm Craig and this is Diary of an Angry Scottish Golfer. If you've watched the last video that I did, the playing video, you'll see that I had a bit of an issue with some lag putting. So I thought I'd come out and do a couple of games, a couple of drills on lag putting. I think I'm bad for neglecting, I think a lot of people are, but I'm definitely bad for neglecting my putting in the winter. I'll do some putting on the mat at home and stuff, but the excuse is that the greens aren't that great, so you just decide not to practice your putting. It's not the best excuse because, I mean, the greens are what they are. I think the ability to control your pace of putt on different types of green is going to benefit you into the summer when they get a bit quicker, as long as you keep doing the drills and adapt. It's all about adapting. So yeah, I've set out 2 putting drills that I'm going to be doing for developing pace putting. One is a box drill and the other one is just a basic ladder drill. I'm going to be doing a putting challenge at the end, a lag putting challenge at the end. So what I'll do is I'll hop over, show you the drills and run through them. Never really know how to start these. Let's go for it, I guess. Let's get into it, let's do it, let's get ready to rumble. Mike Tyson fight last night. Pow, pow. So the first drill is a box game. I've set up 4 tees in the shape of a, I guess a long box, really, I guess a coffin really, it's a bit disconcerting. It's 3 foot across the way, 3 foot across, 8 foot long, and the teeing area is 10 foot. A tee 10 foot away from it back here. So the way the game works is you hit a putt from the teeing area 10 foot from the start of the box. The ball has to cross the line at the start and then you'd mark it, come back, hit a putt. It has to go further than that ball. If it's short of it, you're out, and if it's too far out the line at the end, you're out. You remark it and repeat. So the idea is to try and get as many balls inside that box as possible. That sounds really rude. I didn't mean it like that. But yeah, crack on. Right, so as near to the start as possible. Sit. Sit. Mark it. Sit. Reasonably close to it. So, personal best is 4. Never done better than 4. There's definitely room for 4. I mean, there's plenty of room there. Land another 3 in. Sit. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. To tie the personal best. Nerves now. Because it's weird, it's a weird feeling because you want to hit it, you think, oh, it's quite easy, I'll just hit it a little bit harder, but then the fear of leaving it short comes in as well. So it's quite good because it kind of replicates a little bit like having a birdie attempt. You don't want to leave it short, or a par, try to save par, or try to 2-putt. I mean, it's just, obviously I've just named every type of putt there. Well, bogeys and stuff, but we're not going to talk about those. Right, come on. Sit. Exactly what I said, just ripped it. Ugh. Annoying. This is how I can't really beat 4. Right, okay. That's ripped, that's so hard. That's terrible. That was so bad. That was so bad. Alright, so that's the first putting challenge that I'll do. I'll do that in rounds. So I'll do either 5 or 10 rounds, keep a note of my score, see if I can try and get better. The thing I like doing with my practice over the winter especially is keeping a note of it. Little games like this that you can play and you can repeat and you can try and get a higher score every time. That's kind of what breeds confidence, isn't it? As opposed to, like I've said in the previous video, start concentrating on processes and stuff as opposed to score really helps me get away from the idea of, oh, I've been practicing and I shot 75 this week, so I'm obviously not any better. It's like, no, I got 4 on my game last week and I got 5 this week, so I'm getting better. Little things like that you can control a lot better than whether or not you have a 73 or 74, whether or not that even matters. Very profound wisdom today. Yeah, first game done. If you do have a go at that, like if you do think, oh, that's quite a good idea, you can do that in the house, you can do it in the carpet or whatever, have a go at it. Put the number you get in the comments below. It'd be good to see if you can beat my personal best. I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can. I have every faith. Next challenge. Right, so the second drill, I've gone to a hole, I've put a tee 2 foot behind the hole. That is going to be deemed the scoring area. So if I don't hold the putt, I want it to go in that 2 foot. I've set out tees at 10 foot, 15 foot, 20 foot, 25 foot, and then 30 foot. I don't know if I used that last recording because halfway through there was like 2 dudes just standing like there, just like listening to me explaining this putting game, like Diary of an Angry Scottish Golfer live. Right, so this is a basic putting ladder drill where we'll go out to the first tee, which is 10 foot from the hole, hit the putt, try and hole it obviously. If it doesn't go in the hole, we want it to stay in that golden 2 foot past area where you're just going to walk up and it's a tap and it's not a massive issue. So you do that either in the hole or in the 2 foot area. You move back a tee, so we'd move from 10 foot to 15 foot. If we do it again, move back with the goal of getting right the way back to the 30 foot one. If you miss a tee, if you miss a putt from a tee, you move forward. If you missed that one again, you have to start the drill all over again. So there's a bit of pressure on the putts. Obviously you don't want to start the drill all over again. With the first drill, I like to do in terms of like rounds, so I'll do 10 rounds or 5 rounds because I think that's quite an easy one to do. With this one, because it's quite hard to do, especially rounds, but for this one I'd set a time limit. I'd set like a 20-minute time limit and I would do that. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the camera maybe on like a time lapse so you can see me do it. I'll spend 20 minutes here, have a crack at it, see how I do. I'll be honest, I did this a couple of times before filming it just because like when I'm filming it's sometimes hard to actually treat it like a proper drill because you're aware of the camera and stuff. So I've done my practice before and that one took me ages and I couldn't get past the second tee I think, and then I've just put it on the camera and I've just done it pretty much, well I've done it in about 8 or 9 minutes, so happy days. That's definitely a personal best. Yeah, so as I said, there's the two drills. The rounds one with the 8 foot box, try and get as many balls in there as you can. My personal best is 4, see if you can beat that. Second one is the tee ladder drill. If you miss the first one, when you go to that, you go forward a tee, you do feel a bit of pressure on it because you're like, I don't want to have to start this all over again, which is good. That's what you want, to add the pressure. So finally, there's 6 holes cut out on this putting green. I'll do half of those because I'm going to putt to every second one, so it's a lengthy putt, and do a 3-hole putting challenge. Level par is 6 putts, so hopefully after all this pace putting I can be under par. Pace putting, alliteration. Yeah, let's crack on. Right, so 3-hole putting challenge, lengthy ones. Gonna go through, like, actually concentrate, treat it like you would. Doing all that practice. That's why you do that game, because that game makes you treat them a bit more aggressively. Like I didn't really give that a go, left it way short. Wasn't a great putt. Wasn't a great putt. Again, right, so level par through 2, which is good. Right, so that first one, like I said, didn't really give that a go. I think treat it more like that, the ladder game. I want to get into that 2 foot zone if I'm missing. Yeah, a bit more aggressive. Ooh. Questions? holes are raised. Counts though. Counts. The holes are raised. Holes are raised. There's people. There's people in our clubhouse just eating their dinner, looking at me filming myself. So that's nice. That's what you want to watch when you're eating your dinner. Last one. Last one. Last one. Lengthy. Lengthy one. So bad. It's my fault for going, but people just like wandered by. I wasn't really thinking. Oh, that's annoying. That's really annoying. Shouldn't have went. I was thinking about so many other things. Not so many other things. I was thinking about those people thinking, why is this guy filming himself? Why is this guy filming himself like that? Straight push. No bueno. Not ideal. It's my fault for going. Shouldn't have went. Shouldn't have went. So the drills were good. Obviously, you need to keep doing them because you do the lag putting thing. 3-putt one, not ideal. Like I've always said, I don't intend for anything on this channel to be me trying to say to people like this is how you improve or this is what you should do technique wise. Like I think couldn't stress enough that you should go and see a professional because they know what they're talking about and they can say things that are unique to you. What I do think is beneficial is that like I practice all the time. I practice so much and practice can be quite mundane for some people, so there's a lot of little games and little things like this that I do that help break up the monotony and make it quite fun, so I would definitely advise. Every time? How are you in this every time?
Hi mate.
Every time?
How you doing?
Just try to finish, yeah, just try to finish a video and you're popping up every time. Every time. What was I saying? Yeah, little games and stuff that you can do to break up the monotony, it makes it a bit more fun. Thank you very much for watching, I appreciate it. If you want to subscribe, subscribe. Otherwise, see you next week. Cheery.